Welcome to Democrats Abroad Germany Weekly Update for the week of January 30th through February 8th, 2020. I'm Angela Fobbs, Communication Director for Democrats Abroad Germany.
And I'm Vivian Hayes Hobelsberger, the Kaiserslautern Get Out the Vote Coordinator.
Today is January 29th, and there are 5 days to the Iowa caucuses,
And only 13 days to the New Hampshire primary,
24 days to the Nevada caucuses,
31 days to the South Carolina primary,
34 days till Super Tuesday, which includes our Democrats Abroad Global Presidential Primary,
and 279 days until the election.
and 357 days until Inauguration Day. So that means you should request your ballot at votefromabroad.org.
That's right.
Last weekend, we had a huge annual general meeting in Munich. Vivian, this was your first time attending. How did you find it? Was it great or what?
Angela, it was absolutely amazing. There was so much information over the course of the 3 days. We had speakers from each of the candidates. We had representatives there. It was great. It was absolutely amazing. I was so enthused to hear about the global presidential primary that we're going to have in Germany, where you can actually go and vote in person.
Yes, we have 30 locations around Germany, and I believe there's something like 200 around the world. If you're seeing this and you live in another country, the global presidential primary takes place between March 3rd and March 10th. So go ahead, and this is a good time to join Democrats Abroad at democratsabroad.org/join, because you need to be a member in order to vote during the presidential primary at our polling stations.
And this is only for the Democratic candidates, correct?
That's correct. It's only for the presidential candidates. You'll still need to vote the rest of your ballot in your state for like the Senate and Congress and local and other state elections.
Okay, that's really good to know.
Okay.
So here's what we have going on this week in Germany with Democrats Abroad.
On Thursday, January 30th at 8:30 p.m., our Wiesbaden chapter will have a film screening and discussion of the film Suppress, the Right to Vote at Cine Mayence in Mainz. Tickets are €5 and can be purchased at the theater's box office, which opens at 1945. After the film, we'll have a discussion panel on voter suppression, and Democrats Abroad voter registration experts will help Americans living in Germany with voter registration and requesting a ballot for the 2020 elections.
Thursday, January 30th, from 12 to 2 p.m., our Berlin chapter will be at Bard College of Berlin, registering students to vote during their student fair. This is located at Eichenstraße 43, also known as the Factory.
On Friday, January 31st at 7 p.m., our Mannheim precinct reading group will be getting together to talk about the book Outliers by Malcolm Gladwell. If you're interested in joining, please RSVP by sending an email to heidelberg@democratsabroad.org.
If you're an American in the Gießen Marburg area and want to learn more about Democrats Abroad and how you can contribute to getting a Democrat in the White House in 2020, then join us Saturday, February 1st at 1 p.m., where our Frankfurt chapter will hold a meet and greet at Guest House Justice on Frankfurter Straße number 7 in Gießen. You'll find interesting and friendly people, good food, and go away with concrete ideas on how you can make a difference.
Join our Global Black Caucus on Sunday, February 2nd at 3 p.m. for a Black History Month watch party of the film Amazing Grace. This is an online event. This film is a feature film, not a documentary, about the British slave trade in Nigeria in the mid-1700s. It shows the capture of local people, imprisonment, and conditions on the slave ships from a Nigerian perspective. It also talks about the song Amazing Grace, which originally comes from Nigeria. RSVP today to receive the link to connect to the film. On Sunday, February 2nd, our Stuttgart chapter will be hosting a candidates and coffee get-together at Starbucks at 2 p.m. to talk about the candidates that made it onto the ballot for the global presidential primary. Starbucks is just off Slottsplatz in Stuttgart. Candidate experts will have signs on their table to make it easier for us to find.
There will be a Get Out the Vote meeting in Flensburg on Monday, February 3rd at 6 p.m. at the Gewerkschaft House, located on Große Straße 21 in the pedestrian zone. We will be discussing the global presidential primary and providing information on registering to vote.
On Wednesday, February 5th, our Munich chapter will hold a phone banking training for our members at 1 p.m. Learn how easy it is to phone bank on your own time by calling fellow DA members and reminding them to request their ballots and vote. This event will be held in a private residence in the Glockenbachviertel, so you must RSVP to receive the exact location.
And Heidelberg will have their February meeting on the 7th at 6 p.m. at the Zam Akta restaurant. We encourage everyone to use public transportation.
Also on Friday, February 7th, Stuttgart is holding their monthly meeting at 7 p.m. at the Forum 3 in the Atelier room on the first floor. Their meeting this month will be focusing on voter enfranchisement in the U.S. with a historical discussion about racist voter suppression. They will also have voter registration tables set up to help people request their ballots and answer questions about voting from abroad.
On Saturday, February 8th at 8 a.m., the Munster chapter will have their first Saturday of the month meeting at Pension Schmidt on Alter Steinweg 37. Yes, we know this is not the first Saturday of the month, but please join us for coffee and conversation as the presidential primaries heat up. And immediately following the meeting, our political book club will take place, and they'll be having a lively discussion on Matt Taibbi's book, Hate Inc. Even if you haven't read the book, please come and join us.
On Saturday, February 8th at 1 p.m., our Hamburg chapter will have their monthly meeting at the SPD Kreishaus Eimsbeutel, Helena Langestrasse 1, Hamburg. This meeting will focus on Democrats Abroad Global Presidential Primary. If you're interested in volunteering for our Hamburg Voting Center or want to learn more about the Global Presidential Primary, we urge you to attend this meeting.
And Darmstadt will have a meet and plan at the Blowout Hotel restaurant at 1 p.m. on Saturday, February 8th. They'll be discussing strategies on getting out the vote and electing a Democrat into the White House. Kaiserslautern will be having their chapter meeting at 1:30 at the Spinnradl on Schillerstraße 1 in downtown K-Town. We'll be talking about getting out the vote and preparing for the global presidential primary. We'll also have a guest speaker, Claudia Clark, the author of My Partner, My Friend, a relationship between the US President Barack Obama and German Chancellor Dr. Angela Merkel.
On February 8th, we'll have our next DA Germany online meet and greet from 1:30 to 3 p.m. Join DA Germany's chair and vice chair as they discuss our organization structure, goals, and the process of voting from abroad. This is an online meeting and you must RSVP to get the connection information.
And that's this week's Democrats Abroad Germany update. Please like and share this video, and you can find Democrats Abroad Germany on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and here on YouTube.
Wow, and as always, we have a lot going on at Democrats Abroad Germany, and we hope that you'll join us. If you have any questions, please contact communications@democratsabroad.de, and I'll see you next week, Vivian.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.